everybody, welcome back to the HUBient channel. My name is Nikki and I am so glad that you clicked on this video today. How's the new year treating you? I hope it's treating you well. For a handful of people, it's not going that great, at least in my country, but I really hope that things are going well for you. Genuinely hoping that. Cases are going up, so please stay healthy, stay home, drink a lot of water, drink your vitamins, and if you have to go out, wear a mask, and please sanitize. It's very important. So about 2 weeks ago, we released my 2021 favorites video, which if you haven't seen it, check it out. It is on the HUBient channel. But in that video, obviously, I mentioned a few of my video games that I really enjoyed in 2021. And one of the games I mentioned was Genshin Impact. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think you should try out Genshin Impact. But before we get into that 5 reasons why, please do not forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the HUBient channel, and ring that bell so you are notified every time we upload a brand new video. The main reason, honestly, why I would recommend Genshin Impact is because of the design, the art. And when I say art, I don't just mean the visuals, I also mean the audio. So first, it is a beautiful game. It is stunning. I am a sucker for landscapes, and my goodness, Genshin Impact fulfills that for me. Sometimes I like to turn on the game just to keep it on my screen, just to admire the view and watch the day go by. It's just so pretty. I can't say that enough. It is a gorgeous game. And currently the areas that we have, Mondstadt, Liyue, and Inazuma, they are kind of based around certain cultures, like architecturally, and even just culturally in general. And I love Liyue a lot because I grew up in Hong Kong, so to have a place that's very like Chinese culture kind of is so nostalgic for me. Liyue is one of my favorite areas in Genshin Impact. If you start playing it, you'll see why. But also, the music is incredible. I love how calming the music is. I love walking around, literally just walking around the game, doing nothing. Just because I love the visuals and I love the music that comes with it. And when you start fighting an enemy, the music changes, and sometimes it gets too epic when you're battling weak enemies, but it's still really cool. I still love the art of it, just generally. If you're not that big into video games, but you do like visual pleasers and really good music, you're gonna like Genshin. I really, I cannot say that enough. The visuals and the music, the art, the design, mind-blowing. The second reason why I recommend playing Genshin is because you can play with your friends. Now, I know there's a bunch of games out there that you can play with your friends, but hear me out. When I started playing Genshin, I was playing Valorant a lot at the time. Well, no, I still play a lot of Valorant. But at the time, I was always so tense because of Valorant. I mean, especially if you play competitive. It's a very tense environment. It's a very tense game. And so to be able to play with my friends in a different environment where it's more calm and we're still playing as a team, but we're not as mad at each other, we're not as tilted. It's so fun, and being able to explore with your friends is also just as fun. When I started playing, my best friend had already been playing Genshin for a while, so he was introducing me to so many places, so many things. He was helping me unlock certain places, and it was just so fun. Again, for context, compared to like Animal Crossing, yeah, you can invite people to your island or they can invite you to theirs, but exploring a place with your friend, I don't know, it felt so cool and badass. It's basically like Pokemon, but with people. It's a lot better with friends, but it's, in general, I just love the dynamic in comparison to the other games that I do play with friends. The third reason why I would recommend playing Genshin is because you could actually play it on your phone or your tablet. I don't personally, because I try to tell myself that my phone is for work, my tablet is for work, playtime is just on my PC. But you can. There was a point in time where I did download it on my tablet because I was just itching to play it. But I think that's such a huge advantage, because if you're not home a lot, you could just play it on your tablet or on your phone. If you wanted to accomplish a few missions, but you had to get out of the house, you could just switch over to, sorry, so excited. You could be playing on your PC, but you're tired, but you still want to keep playing, just move over to your tablet and switch to your bed. I mean, it's such a huge advantage being able to just play on PC or gadget. I think that's so convenient. I, again, personally don't do, well, I used to. I don't do it anymore because I'm trying to focus more on work, but I'm not on my PC. But it's a good advantage. The fourth reason why I highly recommend Genshin Impact is because it's constantly updating. So when you start playing the game, you start the story. And I love story-based games so much. I'm the kind of person that when I get a story-based game, I will blaze through it because I want to know what happens next. So that was something I hated about myself when I started playing Genshin, because I blazed through the story so quickly. And I'm also the kind of person where when I'm done with the story, I'm like, okay, I don't want to play with you anymore. So there was a point in time where I had finished the story, or not the story, but where it is now. And I didn't play it for a bit because I was like, well, I just want story. However, they keep updating it. They keep giving us events. And, as time goes on, they keep adding more to the story. So there's always something new to play with Genshin. And honestly, I have been thinking about making a new account just so I could go through the story again, because the story is really good. I feel like compared to, AAA games that, you buy, like physical copies of, or online, sometimes, the story just ends. And you pay for it, right? And it just ends. And then if you want more, sometimes you'll have to buy a DLC. It's not the same with Genshin. They just keep adding story. So I'm here for that. I'm down for that. I love having a reason to come back to a game. When I come back, there's always something new, and I'm like, ooh. And then I'm playing it for months at a time. And I think that's really cool. Honestly, it's the first time I've experienced something like that. If you're into story-based games and you're like me, where you kind of blaze through stories and you don't play with it when you're done with a story, that's not going to happen with Genshin. You're always going to come back to it with something new. The fifth, final, and kind of most important reason why I highly recommend Genshin Impact is the fact that it's free. For all the reasons that I stated, incredible design, visual, and audio, you can play with your friends, cross-platform. What was the last thing I mentioned? Story and constant updates. All that for free. I'm not saying you won't spend money. But generally, to play the game is free. However, I will have to mention, I feel like it's only fair that I mention that a lot of people do spend a lot of money on this game. I will not lie to you. It is free, but you might end up spending money. And this is because Genshin Impact is a gacha game. How do I explain gacha? Growing up in Hong Kong, in Toys R Us, at the end of Toys R Us, there are these little machines, they're like gumball machines, but they're not gum, they're toys. And they're in these little eggs, and you put a coin in and you twist the machine and you just hope that you get the toy that you want, because there's a bunch of toys in the machine. That's essentially what gacha is, I think. And so that is how Genshin kind of works. You don't need to, but you might want to. So obviously in Genshin Impact, there are a bunch of characters, and they have different tiers. There are 5-star characters and 4-star characters. Obviously, who doesn't want 5 stars, right? There's a reason why 5 is higher than 4. And so in order to get those characters, you have to make wishes. You can save up in-game for wishes, but if you really want to, go for it, you might end up spending real-life money. I have made a pledge to myself that I will not spend money on Genshin, and so far I have not, but you might want to. So yes, it is a free-to-play game, but you might end up spending money on it. I feel like it's only fair that I tell you that. So you might spend money. So if you do research on Genshin, you might see that a lot of people are spending money on the game, but you don't have to enjoy it. So those were my main 5 reasons why I think you should try out Genshin. Honestly, with my 5th reason, mainly, it is a free game, so you don't really risk anything just trying it out. So, just try it. You will have to free up some space on your phone or your tablet or your PC to play it. I don't remember how much space it takes up. That's honestly the only thing you need to do. I think you can play it on PlayStation. I think. I wouldn't know because I don't have a PlayStation, but I think you can. So again, just try it out. When you try it, you either like it or you don't. So why not just try it? You don't really lose anything. Oh, excuse me. You don't really lose anything. Personally, I find Genshin to be a really calming game, and I think that's why I really enjoyed it in 2021, because 2021 was so crazy and bizarre and hectic. And so far, 2022 is turning out to be the same. Crazy, bizarre, hectic, all the words. And so I tend to look at Genshin and turn it on, just watch the day go by, admire the view, listen to the music. It's so cool. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if you have Razer equipment, Razer gear, if you have a mouse, if you have a keyboard, if you have a mic, if you have headphones like I do, Genshin actually has a collaboration with it, where the colors on your RGB Razer equipment will change based on the elements of the character you're currently using. I thought my headphones were broken at first, because I know that my headphones only turn pink because that's how I set it. But then suddenly my headphones were turning blue and purple and green, and I was like, something is very wrong here. Turns out, I figured out that it changes based on the element of the character I'm using, which is, I think, super cute. That's adorable. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, those are my 5 reasons why I think you should try Genshin out. Let me know in the comments down below if you will try Genshin, and if you do, let me know what server you're on, let me know your ID so that we can add each other and play together. Or if you already do love Genshin, if you play it a lot, leave your recommendation as to why other people should try Genshin out in the comments down below. And while you guys are down there, I hope you don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the HUBient channel, and ring that bell so you are notified every time we upload a brand new video. Again, my name is Nikki, and I'm so glad that I met you here today. Until the next video, bye!